Hello everyone, this time I'll tell you how to level up a martial art assassin from scratch up to hell. And then of course farming in hell, you'll see that it's very cool character to play and to level up. I'll start with the stats, and for the strength we won't need much because we just need 75 strength in order to wear Bartuk. You can go up to 105 if you wish to have the upgraded of Bartuk, but otherwise no more. For the dex you'll put some points in order to reach 130 because it allows us to better hit our enemies, and the rest of the point in vitality. Of course, at the beginning start putting points in strength and vitality, don't put everything in the dexterity, just put points there from time to time in order to reach 130. Energy, nothing, except at the beginning you can spend 10 or 20 points if you don't wish to spend too much mana pot, but other one, when you reset your character, make sure never put points in energy. For the normal difficulty, level 1 to 35, you need to start making a steals at level 17 on the armor, and at the act 5, press the number 2, get the runes in order to make the ancient pledge on your shield. For the claw, make pattern when you can in order to have a good resistance setup. For the skill, we'll be playing with Fist of Fire. It's very interesting for the leveling of our martial art assassin, and you can also put few points in burst of speed in order to be faster and to attack faster, for example, put it level 5. As soon as we reach level 30, of course we'll swap to the Phoenix Strike. And of course you can also put 1 point in the Shadow Discipline. For the mercenary, the best one is the Act 2 one with the aura, which increases your chance to hit, but it's not mandatory if you don't want to spend too much time resurrecting him. For the nightmare difficulty from level 35 to 61, this one is the easy one because if you follow the gear that I give you on the first section, it will be very easy to do. So for the gear, there's nothing special, just make sure to find better rares in order to have the resistance up. For the skills, we max the Phoenix Strike and the synergies. And lastly, for the mercenary, I don't use it in Nightmare because most of the time it just dies. So except if you wish to find particular stuff for him, we'll better get our mercenary back in hell. So now for the stuff, you'll be looking for some easy stuff in order to start tanking in hell. First one is a smoke, you need a lume to do that, but it will greater increase your resistances. When you can trade a Bartuk, it's very cheap to have even if you just started the ladder. If you have a Child Rim, you can also consider Rim in order to have the affix cannot be frozen, which is very important for our character. Otherwise, when it's possible, just make sure to have a Raven. For the skills, we have two options. You can either stay on burst of speed if you have the gear, but otherwise you will better move to fade. You can put 10, 15 or 20 points in it in order to be maxed in resistances, and you'll also gain damage reduced for each level in fade. That's why it's very interesting to have this buff waiting for better stuff in hell. For the mercenary, we don't specially need insight, that's why if you don't have a helm with life leash, just put an arm in a weapon in order for your mercenary to stay alive. For the gear setup, once you are level 85 and a decent gear to farm in hell, you can start looking for an assassin torch because it's very cheap compared to the, for example, sorceress or paladin, even after 1 or 2 weeks of ladder. If it was a sorceress or paladin starter, I would of course have advised to look for this torch much later because it's harder to find them. Otherwise, when you have enough resistances from your rare stuff, you want to get a second Bartuk and fill your inventory with martial arts skillers. Also, they are quite easy to find. For the mercenary, we'll stay on something standard, meaning a treachery, a helm with life leash, insight if you wish to have the aura, or just a good DPS pole weapon. You can also consider the Act 5 Barbarian with the lower resist weapon. It's cool to have it, but of course it's harder to find. When you can, obviously, Infinity on your Merc will be the top weapon to have. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you'll enjoy this martial art assassin to play with if you start the ladder or if you want to farm in hell.